You know what nobody wants to admit? Most people do not know what they are talking about when it comes to motorcycles. I've been riding for over 20 years, and I'm still learning things that contradict what I thought I knew 5 years ago. Here is the deal. I am breaking down 40 brutal truths about motorcycle riding that most people will not tell you. Some of these are going to piss you off. Some are going to make you realize you've been doing things wrong for years, and I guarantee you are guilty of at least a few of these. Let us get into it. Truth number 1. Most riders exaggerate and lie about their skills. I'm not talking about intentional lying. I'm talking about the fact that people genuinely believe they are better than they are. You think you are an intermediate rider? You're probably still a beginner. You think you can handle that 600? Maybe, but probably not as well as you think. The problem is nobody has an honest baseline because everyone is comparing themselves to the worst riders they have seen instead of the best. Truth number 2. The advice to just twist the throttle is garbage, and it gets people hurt. You hear this all the time from cruiser guys or from people who have been riding the same way for 30 years. They act like riding is simple. Just twist and go. But here is what happens. New riders take that advice, panic in a corner, chop the throttle, stand the bike up, and ride straight into oncoming traffic. Throttle control is a skill that takes years to develop properly. Anyone telling you otherwise is setting you up for failure. Truth number 3. Riding a small displacement bike correctly means keeping it in the power band. You cannot just lug around in top gear on a 300. You have to work the gears, keep the revs up, and actually ride the bike. But most people buy a small bike and ride it like a cruiser, then complain it is gutless. The bike is fine. Your technique sucks. Truth number 4. Same displacement does not mean the same bike. A 250 dual sport, a 250 sport bike, and a 250 adventure bike are 3 completely different machines. The dual sport weighs almost nothing, and it has very little power. The sport bike screams to 14,000 RPM. The adventure bike is built for loaded touring. But people shop by numbers, like displacement is the only thing that matters. It is not. Truth number 5. If something is easy, make it harder on purpose. You can nail that parking lot U-turn at walking speed? Great. Now do it faster. Now do it in second gear. Now do it with one hand. The best riders I know are constantly making things harder for themselves because that is how you actually improve. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Truth number 6. Motorcycles are meant to be ridden hard. Stop babying them. I see guys with 10-year-old bikes that have 3,000 miles on them because they are afraid to put miles on their investment. That's not an investment. That's a garage ornament. These machines are built to be used. Oil gets changed. Tires wear out. Chains stretch. That's normal. Ride the damn thing. Truth number 7. Parking lot. Drills level you up faster than anything else you can do. Figure eights, slow speed maneuvers, emergency stops, and swerves. This stuff is boring as hell, but it builds the muscle memory that saves your life when a car pulls out in front of you. You want to get better fast? Spend 2 hours in an empty parking lot every weekend for a month. You will improve more than a year of casual weekend rides ever taught you. The pattern here is simple. Most of what people believe about riding is either complete bullshit or so incomplete it is dangerous. Real skill comes from being brutally honest with yourself about where you actually are, not where you think you are. Truth number 8. Cornering is not about balls. It is about comfort and understanding how your bike behaves. The fastest riders through corners are not the bravest. They are the most relaxed. They know exactly where their tires grip. where the bike wants to go, and how much lean angle they have left. Confidence comes from repetition and understanding physics, not from ignoring fear. Truth number 9. Stop death gripping the bars. You need to cover the front brake properly, but most riders strangle the grips like they are trying to choke out the handlebars. Here's what happens when you death grip. Your arms tense up. You cannot feel what the bike is doing. You get arm pump after 20 minutes, and worst of all, you cannot react smoothly when something goes wrong. Loose arms, firm core. That is the formula. Truth number 10. Momentum beats aggression every single time. Watch a fast rider and a slow rider take the same corner. The slow rider brakes hard, jerks the bike into the turn, fights it the whole way through, and then hammers the throttle on exit. The fast rider carries more speed in, flows through the apex, and rolls on smooth. Same corner. Less effort. Faster exit speed. Aggression feels fast. Momentum is fast. Truth. Number 11. Staying loose prevents arm pump more than grip strength ever will. You can do all the forearm exercises you want, but if you are tense on the bike, you will get arm pump. The riders who can ride all day without their arms turning into concrete are not stronger. They are loser. They let the bike move underneath them instead of fighting every little input. Truth number 12. Slow entry leads to fast corner exits. This is the hardest concept for new riders to accept because it feels wrong. You want to carry speed into the corner. But here's the reality. If you're still braking mid-corner or you enter too hot, you can't get on the throttle early. You're stuck waiting for the bike to settle. Enter slower, get your braking done early, and you can start accelerating well before the rider who came in too fast. By the time you hit the exit, you're already gone. Truth number 13. Body position changes everything, and most riders sit wrong. They are too far back on the seat. Their outside leg is not gripping the tank. Their head is in the wrong spot. Then they wonder why the bike feels unstable or why they cannot get comfortable leaning. Your body position determines how the bike handles. Get it wrong, and even the best bike in the world feels sketchy. Truth number 14. Looking where you want to go isn't cliché advice. It's physics. Your body follows your eyes. Your bike follows your body. If you stare at the guardrail, you will hit the guardrail. If you look through the corner to the exit, your body naturally positions itself to get there. This isn't motivational garbage. This is how your brain processes spatial information and controls movement. Look where you want to go, or you won't get there. Truth number 15. Leaning forward changes everything. Most riders sit too far back on the seat, like they are riding a cruiser when they are on a sport bike or standard. Then they complain the front end feels vague, or the bike wants to stand up in corners. Move forward. Get your weight over the tank. Suddenly, the front tire loads up properly and the bike turns where you point it. This one change fixes more handling complaints than any suspension adjustment ever will. Truth number 16. You don't need a litter bike to progress. I see new riders all the time who think they need a 1,000 cubic centimeter superbike to be fast or to learn advanced techniques. That's backwards. A 650 twin or a 600 inline 4 will teach you far more because you actually have to work for speed. You learn throttle control, you learn corner speed, you learn momentum. On a leader bike, you can just twist the throttle and go fast in a straight line while learning nothing about actually riding. Truth number 17. Bigger displacement does have purpose because it unlocks possibilities that smaller bikes cannot handle. Here's the thing though. Once you have actually developed skills, bigger bikes do open doors. 2-up touring on a 300 is miserable. Highway passing power on a 500 is sketchy. long-distance comfort on a small displacement bike, your rear will hate you. The key is learning on something manageable, then moving up when you have actually outgrown what the bike can do, not when your ego says you are ready. Truth number 18. Proper foot position changes your entire riding posture. Most riders put the arch of their foot on the peg. Wrong. Put the balls of your feet on the pegs with your toes pointed in slightly. Suddenly, your knees grip the tank properly, your hips open up, your upper body relaxes, your weight distribution improves. One tiny change in where your feet sit fixes your entire riding position. Truth number 19. Street-only riders are missing what adventure riding teaches. You spend all your time on pavement, you get really good at pavement. But throw some gravel at you, or a dirt road, or a wet grass parking lot, and you panic because you have never learned how a bike behaves when traction is limited. Adventure riding teaches you throttle control, brake modulation, and balance in ways street riding never will. Truth number 20. Off-road. Experience makes you better on the street. This is the part street riders do not want to hear. Take a rider who has been riding dirt bikes for 5 years and put him on a street bike for the first time. He will be smoother and more confident than someone who has been riding street for 5 years. Why? Because off-road teaches you how to handle a bike when things go wrong. Loose surfaces, slides, weight transfer. When you come back to pavement with all that experience, the street feels easy. Truth number 21. Street skills translate directly to adventure riding. It goes both ways, though. If you have mastered body position, throttle control, and looking ahead on the street, those same skills work off-road. The techniques are universal. The only difference is the consequences happen faster on pavement and slower on dirt. But the fundamentals are identical. Cross-training makes you better at everything. Truth number 22. You can practice anywhere with cones and creativity. You don't need a track day or a special course to get better. An empty parking lot, 6 cones. That is all you need. Set up figure eights. Practice U-turns. Work on slow speed balance. The best part? It is free, and you can do it whenever you want. Most riders never improve because they think practice requires some elaborate setup. It does not. It requires showing up and doing the work. Truth number 23. Riding gets you deeper into nature than any car ever will. You can drive to a scenic overlook and take a picture. Cool. But on a bike, you are in it. You smell the pine trees. You feel the temperature drop in the valleys. You notice the way light changes between morning and afternoon rides. A car isolates you from the world. A bike puts you directly in it. That is the whole point. Truth number 24. Getting lost teaches more than staying comfortable. You know that feeling when you take a wrong turn and end up on some random back road you've never seen? That's where the good riding happens. New corners, new scenery, new challenges. If you only ride the same routes over and over, you stop learning. Getting lost forces you to adapt, navigate, and actually pay attention to where you are. Truth number 25. You do not need a new bike to be fast. The internet will convince you that you need the latest model with all the electronic aids to improve. That's marketing garbage. The fundamentals of riding have not changed in 50 years. Throttle control, body position, vision, brake modulation. None of that requires a new bike. I've seen guys on 15-year-old bikes destroy people on brand new machines because they actually know how to ride. Your skill is the limiting factor, not your bike. Truth number 26. There is way more local riding than Google Maps shows. Most riders stick to major roads because that is what navigation apps suggest. If you actually explore, you will find incredible roads 20 minutes from your house that you never knew existed. Talk to local riders, check motorcycle forums, and then just go exploring. The best roads are not marked as scenic routes. They are the ones locals know about, and nobody else does. Truth number 27. Most riders are cool. Just talk to them. When you see another bike at a gas station or at an overlook, you might feel nervous about saying something. Do not be. Motorcyclists are generally the friendliest people you will meet. Everyone started somewhere, and everyone remembers what it was like to be new. Just walk up and talk about bikes. Worst case, you have a 2-minute conversation and move on. Best case, you make a riding buddy or learn about roads you did not know existed. Truth number 28. Group rides are not scary if you know proper etiquette. New riders often avoid group rides because they think they will hold everyone up or do something wrong. Here is the reality. Show up on time, ride your own pace. Do not pass the leader, stay in formation, signal your intentions. That is it. On every group ride I have been on, experienced riders look out for newer people. Nobody is judging you for being slower. They are just happy you showed up to ride. Truth number 29. Learn to bail properly before you need to. Most riders have never practiced getting off a bike in an emergency. They have never thought about how to tuck and roll or how to separate from the bike when things go wrong. Then, when it actually happens, they hold on too long or land wrong, turning a minor crash into a major injury. Find a grassy field. Wear your gear. Practice controlled falls at slow speed. It feels stupid until the day it saves your collarbone. Truth number 30. The toxic racer mindset kills the fun faster than anything. You know these guys. Every ride is a competition. Every corner is a chance to prove something. They can't just enjoy a sunset cruise without trying to drag knee or show off. Here's what happens. Riding stops being fun and starts being stressful. You start taking risks you shouldn't take. You stop noticing why you started riding in the first place. The fastest riders I know are the ones who can also ride slow and actually enjoy it. Truth number 31st. Riding is supposed to be fun. If it is not, something is wrong. Maybe you bought the wrong bike. Maybe you are riding with the wrong people. Maybe you are putting pressure on yourself to be something you are not. When riding becomes a chore or a source of anxiety instead of freedom, you need to stop and figure out what changed. Life is too short to spend money on a hobby that stresses you out. Truth number 32. Following faster riders teaches you more than any YouTube video. You can watch 1,000 tutorial videos about body position and corner entry, or you can follow someone who is actually fast for one ride and learn more in 20 minutes than a month of videos ever taught you. You see their breakpoints, you watch their lines, you notice how smooth their inputs are. Then you try to copy it. That is how you actually improve. Theory is worthless without seeing it in action. Truth number 33. Learning your local roads until you dream about them is deeply rewarding. There is something about knowing every corner, every bump, every sight line on your favorite route. You stop thinking about the road and start feeling it. You know exactly where to brake. You know which corners tighten up. You know where the gravel collects after rain. That level of familiarity lets you ride at a completely different level because you are not guessing anymore. You know? Truth number 34. Riding with experienced riders is not scary. Just do not do stupid stuff. New riders think they will embarrass themselves or get left behind. Experienced riders remember being new. They are not going to judge you for being slower. They are going to judge you for riding beyond your limits, not signaling or doing unpredictable things. Ride your pace. Communicate clearly. Be predictable. That is all anyone expects. Truth number 35. That slowest rider in your advanced group would destroy beginners. Perspective matters. You might feel slow compared to the guys you ride with, but put yourself back in a beginner group and you would be the fastest one there by a mile. Progress is relative. You are always going to be slower than someone and faster than someone else. The only comparison that matters is whether you are better than you were 6 months ago. Truth number 36. Invite people to ride. You would be surprised who says yes. That coworker who mentioned they used to ride, ask them. That neighbor with the bike under a cover, knock on their door. Most riders are dying for an excuse to get out, but do not want to ride alone. You extending an invitation might be exactly what gets someone back on 2 wheels. Worst case, they say no. Best case, you just made a new riding buddy. Truth number 37. Social media connects you with local riders instantly. Every area has Facebook groups, Instagram pages, or forums where riders organize meetups and share routes. You don't need to know anyone to show up at a coffee and bikes morning or a group ride posted online. Just introduce yourself. Everyone there showed up for the same reason you did. Within a month of actually engaging with your local riding community online, you'll have more riding opportunities than you have time for. Truth number 38. Always know where you are. Getting lost sucks. I don't mean the fun kind of lost where you discover a new road. I mean the stranded, no gas, no cell service kind of lost. Carry a phone mount. Download offline maps. Pay attention to road signs. Know your general direction. The freedom of riding comes from knowing you can handle whatever comes up, not from being clueless about where you are. Truth number 39. You didn't need to break in your new bike with some elaborate procedure. The internet is full of break-in myths. Keep it under 4,000 revolutions per minute for 500 miles. Vary your speed constantly. Let it idle for 10 minutes before riding. Most of that is garbage. Modern engines are broken in at the factory. Follow your manual. Ride normally. Do not beat on it cold. That is it. You're not going to destroy your engine by riding it like a motorcycle. Truth number 40. Fresh tires make a bigger difference than any mod you can buy. You can spend thousands on exhaust systems, suspension upgrades, and engine mods. Or you can put a good set of fresh tires on your bike and transform how it rides for a few $100s. Tires are your only contact with the road. Worn tires feel vague. Fresh tires feel planted. This is the single best performance upgrade that actually matters for street riding. The pattern here is simple. Most truths people believe about riding are either bullshit or incomplete. Real progress comes from doing the hard stuff and staying honest with yourself about where you actually are. Subscribe for more brutal honesty that actually makes you better, instead of just making